What is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of our multiplayer let's play here on the PokeResort server. This episode, there's a lot of things I want to get done. Some of the things include setting up a station so we can start breeding our Pokemon to get perfect IVs. And some of the Pokemon that I could possibly start breeding are something like my Scorbunny as well as my Bagon. And I kind of want to go get a Shinx. And the only reason I want to get a Shinx is because I very much like the current state of Shinx and the current Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield, with the current expansion. Shinx is overused, which means he is pretty much on one of the best formats for competitive Pokemon. So I can go get a Shinx and start breeding that, or we can breed one of these two, which is probably our Bagon and maybe our Scorbunny. The thing about Scorbunnies is pretty rare to catch, so we're gonna see which Pokemon can start breeding. A very cool thing happens in this last episode, and that is a person actually decided to travel all the way to my coordinates and deliver us a pretty gift. So this is my house here, and my territory kind of starts here, and they decided to pretty much come here, give me a chest full of Pokeballs. They also left a very nice mail. Thank you, Red Nalexa Emiris. And they decided to leave us a bunch of Pokeballs. Now, I don't necessarily want to use these Pokeballs, but what I can find some use for them is if I want to sell them, and that way we can actually make some resort cash to start using on other things. So thank you very much for whoever left this present. That was kind of a big surprise. I kind of just walked outside and saw a very nice chest. So let's go ahead and actually just sell all of these Pokeballs, and you can see that we're gonna get quite a few PokeResort cash, and we can see that our balance is actually almost 10,000. So we're at 9,984.5 PokeResort cash. So let's go ahead and get started. I think those Pokeballs actually give us enough money to start buying some breeding stations that we're going to start placing right around here. Before we start breeding, I kind of want to catch all of the Pokemon that I want to start to breed. So right now, there's only two that I can think of, which is the Bagon and the Shinx. And I don't have a Shinx, so I'm here in a Savannah. I set a home here from last time where we caught a Scyther. And I think a bunch of Shinx are supposed to spawn here. We're going to go catch a couple, maybe like 10 or so. Hopefully get pretty good IVs, or one, or at least one perfect IV from some kind of Shinx, and also catch a bunch of female and male versions. That way, we're going to be set. We're going to start breeding them. We're going to try getting them to a perfect IV, as well as the perfect ability and perfect nature. We got very lucky. So I haven't caught a Shinx, but I saw a Rhyhorn, and I wanted to catch it because I think Rhyperior is a very good Pokemon. And I just caught one right here, as you can see if we open up this. I don't think it tells you if you caught one, but it tells you that my Empoleon gained some XP because I was able to catch it, and I had the XP share on it. And we actually got a 77% IV Rhyhorn from the wild, which had perfect speed, perfect HP, and perfect attack. That is insane. So I think we're going to switch into starting to breed Rhyhorns. Maybe we can catch a few here and there, as well as our Shinx. And I think Shinx only spawn at nighttime now that I realize, because that's how it was last episode. Level 7 Growlithe. I definitely want to just catch it just so I can have it inside my PC. So let's go ahead and pull up our Scyther here. Let's do a false swipe. It should do a one-hit false swipe. Yes, indeed. And I think for level 7, probably just standard Pokeball should be good. And this guy shouldn't get out of the Pokeballs. And I'm looking for something that has good IVs. Growlithe is not necessarily the best Pokemon, but might as well catch him. So let's do IV6. 51%. Not bad. It does have pretty good speed. So let's go ahead and open up our PC and just store him right there. As you can see, this is kind of our collection. Let me actually check the IVs for this Rhyhorn real quick. 25. Pretty good special defense, but poop for everything else. That's actually terrible. So let's just put that guy back. It is a female, and the one that we got was male. So they can't breed it, but it's turning nighttime. That means that a bunch of Shinx are going to start spawning. Here's our first one. It's super, super small. It's actually like way too small. So let's go ahead and catch it. This is going to be our first one. I can't even hit it. It's going to be the first one that we're going to have in our Pokedex. So let's go ahead and do the false swipe. There we go. He's going to tackle me. He's going to do nothing. That did 3 damage. Let's go ahead and do a normal Pokeball. It's level 12. It should be pretty fine. And let's go ahead and check the IVs. Now, I do kind of want a decent size because I don't like having super small Pokemon. That's kind of like the one thing I don't like. Even if the Pokemon's perfect. So let's do IVs 6. 69%. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. But if we go ahead and check here, it's the smallest growth, which sucks. But it doesn't have everything perfect, but it has pretty good special defense, pretty good HP and attack, and almost perfect special attack. But I think he's an attacker, if I'm correct. So I'm gonna continue. There's actually one right here. Let's go ahead and catch it. There it is. This guy's a bit bigger. Let's send up our Scyther right here. Don't run away. There we go. And let's do a false swipe. Should do a one hit. There we go. And once again, just a normal Pokeball. I don't necessarily want to waste the big expensive Pokeballs. Go ahead and catch this. Oh no, he broke free from one Pokeball. How's that even possible? All right, let's catch this guy. Come on. Come on. All right, perfect. So it actually got sent to my PC, probably. Yeah, most likely. Let's actually put all of these guys right there for now. Actually, let's keep that guy. And if we check IVs, which is IVs 35. So not as good, but if you check the growth, he's huge. That's kind of what we want. So I'm going to continue catching as much as I can because the nighttime, it just began. So we do have some time. There's actually one here. There's two that I see. And I'm just going to keep catching them. And I'm going to tell you guys what was my best Shinx that I caught and then start breeding. And there's actually a restart in 10 minutes, which is very sad. And that concludes our night. I was able to catch, if we look at our PC, all of these Shinxes right here. And I named them by the percentage of their IVs. And the best one that I was able to catch was actually the first one, which was the super small one that had 69 IVs. But I got a few that are pretty good. This is 68. This is 66. This is a 69 one. I forgot to name these two right here. 53 is pretty good, but now I actually have to look for ones that have all of the nature and abilities that I want, which is Guts and Jolly. I think they added mints on the recent update, but I don't necessarily know how they work and how to craft mints, and I don't know if I want to do mints. But the thing that I want to do now is go ahead and catch this Rhyhorn right here and go home and actually wait for this server reset that's currently happening, and then start crafting some Pokeballs, because I've been farming a lot of apricorns off camera. So I have to catch up with how much mining I've been doing, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of coal, as well as quite a lot of diamonds that I was able to mine yesterday off camera. Right now, what we're doing is we're cooking some apricorns, because we want to start making some Ultra Balls, so we can catch more Pokemon. So if you're here and playing on the PokeResort server, if you want to make some money, I would say to start making some Ultra Balls, because Ultra Balls sell for quite a lot if you do /sell, as we did earlier in the video. So that's why we have kind of a whole section here to just making Ultra Balls. Also, there is a Chudo here that I want to catch just to have it in my Pokedex. Where are you? You are more over here. There you are, little buddy. So let's go ahead and catch this guy. This is actually not one of my favorite Pokemons. I actually kind of dislike this Pokemon more than, Gen 8 Pokemons that I don't like. So let's go ahead and catch it. Just to have it in our Pokedex, because we do get rewards for doing our Pokedex here on the PokeResort server that I can actually show you guys right now. And there's actually a couple rewards that I have to claim for playing on the PokeResort server, because you get rewards per hour that you play, or every couple hours that you play. So there we go, we caught it. If you actually check the IVs just to check it, why not? 48, actually not that bad. Let's go ahead and put this guy on the PC, and I don't know why the textures look so bad. These guys should not have put these Pokemon in when the textures are that horrible. But let's go ahead and actually claim some rewards of us playing on this PokeResort server. So if you do /rewards, you'll see that there's actually a couple rewards that you get per certain amount of hours that you play. So this one right here is my first reward for free. All we get is 8 rare candies, so let's go ahead and claim that. And then we can claim 32 Ultra Balls for playing 1 hour. We've played 10, so let's collect that. And I think we have one more. Let's do /rewards, and we can actually claim a Master Ball for playing 10 hours. So let's go ahead and claim that. So we have a Master Ball that we can use if we find some sorts of legendary that spawns around here. So let's go ahead and put these Ultra Ball. Let's just put it in there for now. Let's actually, well, we can see we actually have some Ultra Balls. What I'm gonna do right now is actually go teleport to the Mesa so we can find a female Bagon that we can use to start breeding our Bagons. There's one in the map as we speak right here. There it is. Hopefully it is a female Bagon. Let's go ahead and do false swipe. There you go. And now let's go ahead and throw a Ultra Ball because we have quite a few that we can use. Here we go. Come on, be female. That is what we need. Oh, you kind of broke free. Please don't have any recoil. Last time I was, trying to catch a Gibble, it had some recoil damage and it absolutely killed itself, which was horrendous because I do like Gibble. Garchomp is one of my favorite Pokemon. So let's go ahead. Come on, just get inside the ball. Let's try one or two more. If not, we're gonna keep trying. I don't know why I said that. Come on. You have to get inside this ball. Come on. Are you serious? Anyway, I'm going to catch it and let you guys know if it's a female or a male. Unfortunate, it is a male. And if we check the IVs right here, it is 50%. So it's not bad, but we do need a female so we can start breeding. So let's go ahead and keep looking for more Bagons. It is actually a rare spawn, so it's pretty hard to come around. And you can only find it in the mesa at nighttime. So we do have a little bit of time left. This episode is just filled with just catching Pokemon. There's actually a Larvitar right here. Larvitar, of course. Tyranitar is a Pokemon that I think has always been overused, and it's a perfect Pokemon to have on your team. It is, I think, Dark Ground, if I'm correct. So let's go ahead and just catch it. Let's put it on the Pokedex just for now. But I know for sure that we do want to have Tyranitar in one of our teams because it's a very powerful Pokemon. So let's go ahead and catch it. Let's actually check. I think it has to be Guts. I don't know what nature it needs to be. So let's check the IVs just to check. 45, not that good. But let's just go ahead and store it here. We're going to use it later on. Unfortunately, we were not able to catch another Bagon that nighttime. So let's go ahead and come back here home and let's craft a breeding station. And the way we do that is actually getting a machine on the shop called the PC. And then we're going to have to go get some clay as well as a piston and craft ourselves a breeding station. All right, so we got 44 clay cooking. Now we just got to make a piston, which I think is just redstone with an iron ingot. And then we need a couple stone and a couple wood. So let's go ahead and craft the piston. I actually haven't crafted a piston in Minecraft in quite some time. So I think, if I'm correct, it's like that. Yes, it is. And now we just need 3 bricks to make a flowering pot or a pot. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Come here. Let's make the pot real quick. And then we do it like this, if I'm correct. There we go. So we got the ranch block. So it's not necessarily called a breeding station, but it is a breeding station. Ranch block. Let's come here and let's set it up. I want to say right here. There we go. And it's going to be, I think, a 9x9. And now what we're going to do is we have to set up an environment so our Rhyhorns will actually start breeding. If you guys want to see a tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. I'll gladly make a video on how to get perfect IVs in Pixelmon. Just let me know. But I don't want to go into detail in this episode because it might take some time, but I'm just going to kind of go through the general idea of it. Basically, you place the wrench block. It's a 9x9, and you basically have to fill these blocks right here, as you can see in the little overlay, with specific blocks that help the Pokemon breed, basically helping the environment. And that environment, first of all, lets them breed and also speeds up the time it takes for them to breed. So since we're breeding Rhyhorns, that means that they are ground type. That means we can use terracotta around this 9x9 to basically, first of all, let them start breeding and also start speeding their breeding progress. Just about done. So let's actually finish this. And now what we need to do is get both our Rhyhorns and kind of look over them and see which ones we want to pass down, either the IVs or the nature. So this one has the ability of Rockhead, and then the other one, if we check again right here, has the ability of Lightning Rod. We actually want something called Solid Rock, which means that this Rhyhorn right here will want to pass down Rockhead to basically the next generation. So the breeding Pokemon, the egg. So there's also a couple things we're gonna need, which is an Everstone and also a Destiny Knot. And I don't think they sell them in the shop. So we're gonna have to go into the player shops and kind of find if anyone is selling either a Destiny Knot or an Everstone. All right, so we got no luck with the Everstones, but we did get 3 Destiny Knots as I asked around and purchased a few, and actually a very nice gentleman was able to give us the 3 Destiny Knots, but no Everstones, which means we can't pass down the nature which actually, let's go ahead and just pull these guys up so we can just look at them. The nature we're not able to pretty much pass down, which I don't think we want to either way, because we want to have the adamant nature, and we don't have the adamant nature for either of our Rhyhorns. So what we could do now is actually pass down an Destiny Knot basically into this Rhyhorn right here, and if we check the IVs 4, it has pretty bad IVs, but then we do IV 5, this one has 77%, which is something that we really want. So hopefully when they basically mate and get an egg, that egg will have the correct nature. So this one will actually pass down 5 combined IVs, so 5 from, not necessarily 5 from the one you're putting it on, but from the combined 10 IVs, or sorry, 12 IVs that they have, it'll pass down 5. So let's go ahead and come here and actually put these guys in a separate box, and let's go ahead and start breeding them. And if we put them in here, you'll see that they'll pretty much say a message. So it says they're more attracted to each other every day, which means if we actually go ahead and check, it will take about 1 hour and 15 minutes for these guys to mate and have an egg, which is something that we don't necessarily want to go through. And that's why we want to kind of upgrade this area with either better blocks, or by upgrading it with, if we actually check the GTS, there's a couple selling with a wrench upgrade, and this will upgrade the wrench by, you know, certain blocks by one direction, and that will allow us to put even more blocks, and that'll generate more happiness. And I think the max amount of basically happiness that it will take was 37 minutes and a half. That's what it says in the wiki. That's actually the max amount of time if you have everything maxed. So we're currently at 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we get a lot of work to do, but in an hour and 15 minutes these guys will have a baby and have an egg, and we'll actually check on it. But I think for this episode we've actually done quite a few things. We set up our first breeding station. Next episode we're going to set up another one, and hopefully we get that female Bagon that we have been looking for. If you actually check in here, we have all of our cooked apricorns. Let's actually go ahead and craft the lids right here. So that is actually the ball disc, and let's actually just start creating them into what we need to start making some ultra balls. So there we go, just like that. And yeah, so that'll be it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to subscribe for more Pixelmon content. Subscribe for pretty much all kinds of Pokemon updates and videos and stuff like that, because I do want to get into more Pokemon stuff, such as Sword and Shield. I actually haven't bought the expansion yet, as well as Pokemon Go, so make sure to subscribe for that as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys later on my next video. Peace.